If you want to become a solicitor, the vacation scheme is crucial. Law firms invest huge sums of money into their schemes so that they are able to accurately assess your suitability for a training contract with them. Impress on the vacation scheme and you're much more likely to get a training contract. All About Law has visited some of the largest law firms in the UK to speak with the graduate recruiters responsible for recruiting people like you.
A vacation scheme is so much more than just work experience. It's an opportunity for you to get to know the law firm, the culture, its people, the transactions that take place, the clients that are involved, and if commercial law is really what you're interested in.
From your perspective as students, it's really seeing far more than you'll ever be able to pick up from an assessment day, from a recruitment website or from a law fair. It's going into the firm, really getting under the skin of what's going on within the firm, really getting immersed in the culture, getting to know trainees, associates, partners, and fully understanding how that firm works. From the firm's perspective, it's our way of assessing whether you're right for the firm.
From our point of view, it brings people into the building, it shows what we're like as a firm, it shows who we are, we're able to involve them in the work, and they make their own decision at the end of that.
Looking for people that they're bright, they're personable, they're commercial, and people that would fit in here. They're going to be people that are going to take an active part in a career in law. They're excited, they're passionate. Those are the types of things that will really set somebody apart through the process.
It's very easy, I think, for people applying for vacation schemes to think there's a generic one-size-fits-all application for all law firms. There is not. It's important to us that you show and you're honest about the interest you've got in law, why it is you're applying to us, and it's tailored to reflect the type of firm we are and the type of work that we do rather than being generic.
I think vacation schemes are really important as a great opportunity to get an insight into a firm and actually get under the skin of the firm. It means that when you come to writing an application for a training contract, that you can give some concrete examples of why you think that firm is right for you and why you think you're suited to a career in commercial law.
I don't think you can really sort of understand the sort of demands of a lawyer and what the really sort of the workings day to day are unless you've actually experienced it. So for me it's very important that you gain some work experience.
And it's a brilliant way of answering that question. I've been on a vacation scheme, I've touched, I've felt, I've understood as much as I can about commercial law. I've been in the building for as long as I can be, and I have enjoyed it and found it interesting.
Every firm is really invested in their vacation scheme students. We all invest a lot of time and resource in both the application process, but also the time that they spend with us in the firm. The number of stakeholders that are involved in a vacation scheme is huge. You'll usually have a buddy and a mentor, not to mention obviously the efforts that HR try and put in to making the scheme the perfect assessment tool. So every firm is really going to want to recruit as many people from that scheme as possible, as long as they meet the required benchmark.
For the Irwin Mitchell vacation scheme is an online application form, and followed on from that is an interview. For successful candidates, you're then invited to an assessment centre. Our assessment centre consists of 3 parts. There's a competency-based interview, there's a teamwork exercise, and additionally to that we have an instruction-taking exercise. Now, every candidate that applies for our vacation scheme is also considered for a training contract instantly. So the final element is on the vacation scheme. You will then have a final assessment for a training contract.
All firms do applications slightly differently, so you would do well to check that you have fulfilled the requirements of the specific firm you're applying to. As far as Freshfields is concerned, we ask you to complete an online application form. We ask you to do something quite different from other firms in that you have an 850-word statement rather than specific competency-based questions. You'll then send a link to a verbal reasoning test. If you are successful at the application form stage, then we ask you to come to interview. You do a short writing exercise and you have 2 interviews. One is all about you and is with one partner and an associate, and then one is all about the way you think and your commercial instinct.
Looking for candidates to demonstrate their ability to research and analyse information, but also to think about things commercially from a business perspective.
I think the watchword for a successful vacation scheme is enthusiasm. The onus is on you as the vacation scheme student to throw yourself into every opportunity that the firm has on offer.
No firm expects any student to come in and know the law inside out and be able to work on a piece of work instantly. They know they'll need a bit of guidance and a bit of coaching, but the biggest advice I can give is go and seek work and really sort of show the enthusiasm to wanting to do any piece of work.
Enthusiasm really shows itself during a candidate's time in a law firm, and people really appreciate it when candidates are interested in the firm.
So take as many opportunities as possible to meet people, talk to people, ask your questions. You know, ask honestly what you're worried about, and people will give honest answers, and that's the best use you can make of a scheme.
It is a bit like a long job interview, and you would do well to bear in mind that it's not just a jolly in London for 2, 3 or 4 weeks. Of course we want you to have a great time, and of course we want you to go away having formed a really positive impression of the firm, but it's up to you to make us think that you are somebody that we want to join us.